choosing Delaware State University. Thank you for believing in the possible and recognize that the best is yet to come because you endured. God bless you all.
Thank you, President Allen, and welcome and congratulations to the class of 2021. I am the proud chair of the Board of Trustees of the Delaware State University. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, I bring you congratulations today. Class of 2020, this is an awesome moment. We didn't know that we were going to be able to be here in person. Now, we're also making history today because today we also have two former presidents of Delaware State University, and along with our current president to celebrate you. At this time, I do want to recognize Dr. Wilma Michoud, who is now one of our trustees. Dr. Michoud, 11th president of Delaware State University. So it has been my great pleasure to serve with all three of these presidents. As a chair, I speak on behalf of all the members of the board when we ask that you continue the legacy of this institution. The examples before you are worldwide and in this audience. As I reflect on the class of 2021, I am truly impressed with your strength, your resilience, and your stick-to-itiveness. You will be known as the class that persevered despite the global pandemic and the social justice crisis that we all experienced, and all these things that impacted the world. You could not attend school as you planned. You could not celebrate the way you wanted to celebrate, but you succeeded, and here you are. Here you are. Members of your class have been praised by national leaders, politicians, activists, and entertainers, and of course by educators, and those who are here today to celebrate your accomplishments. You will be noted in history as part of a trailblazing group of young, brave, inspirational leaders, all students who did not let a crisis or uncertainty dull your creativity or silence your dreams. You are the generation that will redefine what inclusivity, collaboration, and unity means to the world. We know that you will take advantage of your now educated and savviness to make the world a better place. And the world needs you. Take the time to develop a plan of action to accomplish your next set of goals and to execute it to the best of your ability. Think about how you can impact your alma mater and influence those who follow behind you, who will enter here to learn. As I close, know that the doors to our storied institution are always open to you. So please come back, reach back, and give back to your alma mater. And again, on behalf of the entire Board of Trustees of the Delaware State University, congratulations to you and to your families. Thank you. I would now like to welcome back President Allen to the podium for the introduction of our keynote speaker.
Class of 2020, Harry Williams, the 10th president of this great university, is Delaware State University. During his tenure, Dr. Williams led with distinction and grace and amassed a record of achievement that cannot be overstated. He grew enrollment by 22%, built a $22 million research portfolio, launched and nurtured programs with 26 countries around the world, including joint degree programs in Asia, Europe, and Africa. Spearheaded the university's first $20 million fundraising campaign. Dramatically expanded the university's footprint in Delaware. And probably most importantly, gave us his beautiful wife and our forever First Lady, Robin, and their exceptional 2 children, Austin and Gavin. In 2017, Dr. Williams was awarded the Thurgood Marshall College Fund's highest honor, and that same night named TMCF's President and Chief Executive Officer. Many of you know that the Thurgood Marshall College Fund is the nation's largest association for the Black college community. Its 47 member schools serve over 300,000 students every year. Under Dr. Williams' leadership, TMCF has compiled an extraordinary record of achievement. They are known as the premier source for major employers seeking top diverse talent in corporate, in government, and in other industries. Perhaps most important, TMCF has been at the forefront of every significant national legislative victory for HBCUs since he took office. Dr. Williams is respected by elected and appointed leaders on both sides of the aisle, and yes, in the White House. This is a remarkably fitting moment for Dr. Williams to return to campus. Because 4 years ago, many of you began with Dr. Williams. On a personal note, I want him to know that affording me this opportunity has been incredible. I reflect daily on his rock-solid leadership and deeply appreciate his wise counsel and ongoing friendship. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give a very, very warm Delaware State University welcome home to our 10th president, Dr. Harry Lee Williams.
I'm hooked there. Thank you, Mr. President. Congratulations to the class of 2020. So that means you're already out working, right? Show your hands if everybody got a job. Show your hands, right? Thank God, thank God, thank God. That is such a beautiful thing to see. I know some of you are going to be preparing for graduate school, and some of you are going to continue your journey in the workforce. I am thrilled to be back home here at Delaware State University. This university changed my life. Let me underscore that. This university changed my life. 16 years ago, I had the privilege of walking on this campus. And I've been in this business of higher education now for over 33 years. And I've worked with more than 25, 26 historically Black colleges and universities directly on their campuses from South Carolina, Louisiana, Mississippi, North Carolina, Delaware, Pennsylvania. And I've seen all those places. And I've been on those places. I've been on those campuses. I interacted with those students. But when I walked on the campus of Delaware State University 16 years ago, something hit me. And it was something that was emotional. And I think you can relate to it as a student, because when you decide on where you're going to go to college, it's an emotional feeling. It's not, you walk on the campus and then you know, okay, this is where I want to be. This is where I feel that I'm going to get what I need that's going to help me to elevate to the next level. And when you feel that, then you go home and you tell your mom, you tell your dad, you tell your brother. You don't even think about how much it's going to cost. You don't think about any of that. Right, Mom? Dad? You don't even think about that. I want to go to this place here. And now, you probably looked at 10, 20 different universities. But when you walked here, and you came here maybe doing an open house, on a bus tour or a spring tour, and you said, there's something about this place. That's why I want to come here. And I want to confirm today in my remarks that you made the right decision. And what I mean by that, I'm going to give you some evidence of why you made the right decision by coming to this place. And parents, I'm going to give you evidence on why you made the right decision by giving up that extra car that you could have had, by paying for them to come to college. You made the right decision because that decision is going to set them on a path for excellence throughout their journey, throughout their career, and they're going to elevate. You may not see it now, but there's a process to it. They have what we call the key. And the key is this degree. And that's going to open up some doors that you wouldn't be able to get in if you didn't have that key. And you earned the key. No one passed it, not a single professor here. You walked in their classroom and they said, you got an A, get out. Nobody did that. You had to go through that process of earning the degree. And you earned that. And by earning that degree, it makes it feel good inside. It makes you feel good because you know you worked hard for it. And when you achieve that, and when you walk across this stage, and I know it's important for you to come back to engage in this process. And I'm so glad that you did, because it's going to bring closure in a way that's going to say, hey, I can go to that next step on my journey. So that's why I'm so proud of the leadership here at this institution. The president, Dr. Tony Allen, for taking the initiative to say, we're going to have a face-to-face graduation for this class, even though we've done a virtual graduation. But he understood the significance of the importance of you coming back and having your moment walking across this red carpet, because you earned that. And your families earned the right to see you walk across, and earn the right to give you another gift, because I'm sure you already got a gift already, to give you something else, because it's another process. So the fact of the matter, this institution represents excellence. It represents quality. When I said I walked on this campus 16 years ago, I saw that. I saw it in the students, I saw it in the faculty, I saw it in the board of trustees, I saw it in the building, I saw it in the staff, I saw it in everybody. There was just something about it that said excellence, quality, and readiness. And that's what you have to see in order to continue to move forward in a very positive and strategic way. You are walking, you are standing on sacred grounds. These are sacred grounds. So why you say these grounds are sacred? They're sacred because your forefathers, our forefathers, did all the hard work in the preparation and creating the spirit that exists here in this community for the excellence to exist. You said, why? Where do you get that from? Well, I get that from by looking at the history of our institution here. 130 years ago, May 15, 1891, 28 African-American students, they call them colored students back then, decided that they wanted to go to college. They said, why do you want to go to college? Because a college education will elevate you and your family and elevate the quality of life that you will experience in this world. A college degree in the United States of America is worth something. There's value in it. There's value in it when you say, I am a college graduate. That is a big deal. In 1891, when a decision was made by the Delaware General Assembly to establish the Delaware State College for Colored Students, 28 students started that journey with 3 buildings. The building that all the classrooms, all the class activity, the food, the lunch, the locker room and hall, it is still standing today. It goes back to 1724. That's a testimony of the excellence that's here on this campus and the brilliancy in keeping and making sure that history is preserved and the quality is there for you. And when, in 1891, you had 96 acres that was deemed appropriate for the start of this campus. You only had 5 faculty members. The first president, Wesley Webb, he was a professor from the University of Delaware who came over to take a look at starting this school for colored students in 1891. The federal government appropriated $25,000 to get this school started. But the state said, we're going to start out with $8,000 because we're not sure if they're going to make it. We don't know if we want to invest all of our resources into this experiment. But the spirit of creating this and the purpose of creating it was preparing people for elevation and movement. So think about that. 130 years later, this experiment. Now, they did have some bumps along the way. And that's why it's so important for you to understand the significance of why you are here today. The fact of the matter, you're on sacred ground. You're surrounded by winners. You're surrounded by people who want to be successful. You go to college because you want to be successful. So part of that process, you recognize that you're going to have some difficulties along the way. But winners, guess what winners do? Winners fall down and they get up. They fall down and they get up. And when they get up, they are just a little bit stronger the next time. This institution went through a bump during its journey. There had been a lot of questions of whether or not it's going to survive the bump. In 1949, this institution had to go through a very difficult time when it lost its accreditation. But the state said there was discussion about whether or not they were going to close this institution or merge it with another institution. But the spirit here of the founders said, no, we're going to press on. And the governor of this state went and brought a man in by the name of Jerome Holland. Jerome Holland accepted the presidency and he made a commitment that we're going to put Delaware State back on the map. The governor said, I'm going to get behind you. I believe in what you're going to do. His statue is here today as a reminder. Never give up. Never give up on what you start, especially when you start something that's going to help elevate a community. It's going to help elevate. Dr. Hollins got the accreditation back, and the stars have just taken, place has just taken off. 2021 today, we stand here, there are 5,000 students at this institution. 5,000 students from 28 students. From 1891 to today, they had 3 buildings, they have 50 buildings. They have 50 buildings on this campus. They went from 96 acres to over 400 acres of land, 2 properties where they have farms. They also have, not only that, they started with a small number of faculty. They have over 200 faculty members here today. 200 faculty members, 5,000 students. Majority of students from all over the world. In 1891, most of them was from Delaware, from the world. So people, when you know that if you go to a place and you can just be in the presence of it, it's going to help you. So people will come from all over the world to be in this space. So the fact of the matter, at Delaware State University, looking at where this institution will continue to elevate, you look at the leadership of the institution. Dr. Tony Allen, one of the most dynamic presidents to ever be on this campus. Yes, you can clap for that. This man could be anywhere in the world working, but he's here. He's here because he believed in the fact of what you're going to do and how, and the resources that he will continue to bring to this institution. Because people know about Delaware State University. They know about the power of Delaware State University. If I can just go there and walk on the campus and get some of that energy, it's going to continue to help me thrive. So students, I want you to know, you made the right decision by walking on these sacred grounds. It's going to propel you. It's going to provide you with what you need for your family. It's going to provide you with the resources. It's going to provide you with the confidence that you need to move forward in the right direction. So I'm thrilled. I'm excited about being here and experiencing this moment with you. This moment is going to be with you for the rest of your life. You are all winners. You are all winners. People love to be around winners. On your job, think about this. You want people to say, I want this person on my team because they know how to win. I want this person leading this initiative because they know how to win. And when you win, success flows. So you got to get used to winning. You got to get used to people celebrating, taking their time, coming back, lifting you up because you've earned that. You've earned that. But I'm going to leave with you, in my closing remarks, I'm going to leave with you 3 keys that's going to keep you grounded. Keep you grounded because, as I stated, you're going to be extremely successful. I know that. That's off the table. You're going to make it. And you're going to succeed in a way that you can't even imagine the things that's going to come your way in the next 30, 40 years of your life. Because you have prepared for it. These faculty members have prepared for you. These administrators have prepared you for this moment. But the 3 keys that's going to keep you grounded while you're going through, these are keys that came from my grandmother. My grandmother with a 2nd grade education from North Carolina, who worked on the farms, who understood hard work, told me when I was getting ready to go to college, never get too big. Never get too big to come back home. Never get that in a position that way. But she said, son, I'm going to give you 3 keys that's going to help you throughout your life. And I've used these keys throughout my entire life. All the successes that I've experienced align with these 3 keys. Key number 1, my grandmother said, I want you guys to remember this because I'm giving you these nuggets that's going to help you along your way in this journey. Key number 1 is faith. My grandmother said, never, ever let anything come between you and your faith. Your faith will sustain you. It will get you through the most difficult time that you will ever go through. You got to think of something that's bigger than you, that's going to give you purpose, that's going to give you focus. And I said, thank you, grandmother. I'm going to hold on to my faith. I'm not going to let anything come between my faith. And she said, key number 2, your family. Never, ever let anybody come between you and your family. I don't care how big you get. I don't care how important you get. You never get so big you can't call home to mom. You can't call home to dad. Sometimes you're going to be experiencing some really difficult things on work. And you might just need to hear your mother's voice. And when you hear that voice, there's a calmness over everything. There's a calmness around because they know you better than you know yourself. They know you and they know what you are made of. They're going to be there with you in the good times and they're going to be with you in the difficult times. But they're going to be there with you, your family. My grandmother said, never let anybody come between you and your family. And he said, key number 3, you're going to go to this university and you're going to work hard. And when you work hard, you're going to get a job. And you're going to be passionate about your work. You're going to get up every single day focused on your passion for your work. She said, when you do that, I guarantee you success will flow. I guarantee you, one of the greatest examples my grandmother used, and I didn't know how my grandmother knew about this. She said there was a person they called the Peanut Man, George Washington Carver. I'm sure you've heard of him. George Washington Carver would have been the Bill Gates of his day. Would have been the Bill Gates of his day. But he dedicated his life to serving mankind. George Washington Carver created more than 100 different products from the peanut. Can you imagine getting up so every day, focused on looking at a peanut? And so what can I get out of this peanut today? So what does that tell you about your mind? The mind that you have. When you focus it the right way, on the right things, things will happen for you in the right way. And I promise you, success will flow. And she said, it's very important. Do not get those keys out of line. Do not get them out of balance. Do not put family before faith. Do not put your job before faith. Do not put your job before your family. Keep them in this order. Because what? If you get them out of order, you get confused. You don't find happiness the way you need to have happiness. You don't find the joy that you get in life. Because I promise you, this is a promise. This is someone who's lived it, and I've seen it, and I've taken my grandmother's advice, and I'm giving it to you today. Your faith, your family, and your passion for what you do will sustain you and provide you with everything you need. And I guarantee you, you will be successful. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you.
Now, Dr. Harry Williams, he doesn't know what I'm about to do here today, but I just want to say, you know, he came back home to be with you all today, the 2020 graduates of Delaware State University. He came back home, and we want to give him his moment. We want to recognize Dr. Harry Williams for not forgetting about us and continuing to strive to be the winner. He talked about being a winner, and he's a winner with us, and this is part of our family at Delaware State University. On behalf of the Board of Trustees, we have unanimously voted to approve Dr. Harry Williams as President Emeritus. And yes, President Emeritus. We are surrounded by greatness, you all, and you are great. Thank you. And now for the bachelor's degrees. President Allen, on behalf of the Colleges of Agriculture, Science and Technology, Health and Behavioral Sciences, Business, Humanities, Education and Social Sciences, I present the candidates for the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Social Work. Will all candidates move forward for public recognition?
Brianna Branch. Joseph Leland White II. Charmaine Chami. Nia Elizabeth Curry. Shadonna Hunton. Sierra Latimer. Kalandra Ferguson. Ahmad Young. Lauren Alexis Perry. Tajay Pearl Warner. Taylor Brown. Teresa Miller. Allure Gordon. Deja Jackson. Naima Murray. Michaela Mumford. Davier Amor Doctor. Kayla Davis Spooner. Sydney Monet Davis. Nalana Renee James. Catherine Bivens. Raven Mandela James. Jasmine West. Lanasia Ash. India Isom. Deja Clark. Jada Bernay Saunders. Jarrett Jeffrey. Lindsay Wynn. Adia Don Jolly. Brittany Maddox. Kiel Burke. Aaliyah Agudo. Essence Summers. Tatiana Freeman. Kiana Ryan. Sierra Lewis. Kiana Baxter. Elijah Sutler. Jasmine Melgoza. Kiera Sharp. Jaden Rayner. Ivanti Brown. Maljay Northern Atkinson. Christabel Aheto. Adriana Elise Brown. Aaron Mills Lee. Briage Harrell. Tiffany Cheyenne Hunter. Lichina Mitchell. David Campbell. Keon Smiley. Jonathan Smith Jr. Matthew Philip Anthony Stevenson. Shaylin Nicole Miller Wise. Lindsay Steele. Rachel Thompson. Taylor Yvonne Butcher. Katana Monet Brown. David Smith. Angel De La Rosa. Eddie Fidel Cabrera Blanco. Maria Cervantes Garcia. Juan Chavez Reynaga. Daniel Malone Jr. Tony Renee Washington. Ifalua Emma Fisher Ripson.
President Allen, all candidates have completed all requirements as prescribed by the faculty in their respective fields and are hereby recommended for the Bachelor of Arts, the Bachelor of Science, and the Bachelor of Social Work degree, respectively.
I am so pleased to be able to say, by the authority vested in me by the state of Delaware and the Board of Trustees at Delaware State University, I confer upon you the Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Science, and Bachelor of Social Work degrees in your respective fields with all the rights and privileges thereto appertaining. Let the degrees be granted. Come on, stand up for these fantastic graduates from Delaware State University. tassel. The gesture of moving the tassel from one side of the cap to the other symbolizes the individual's movement from candidate to graduate. Please grasp your tassel and move it from the right side to the left side as you become an official member of Delaware State University. Congratulations to everyone.
I would like to thank and acknowledge the entire platform party, the commencement committee, chaired by Dr. Irene Hawkins and Dr. Francine Edwards, our special guests, the faculty, staff, parents, students, alumni, friends, and supporters of this great institution. Dr. Allen, please leave our graduates with some parting words.
Let us all bow our heads. Dear Lord, thank you for this wonderful, wonderful occasion. Thank you for taking us through the storm to a brand new day. Thank you for all you've done for these fantastic, fantastic professionals. Professionals who become exceptional in their disciplines. But more importantly, who will know what it is to serve others and give back. Thank you for your incredible and consistent grace. We ask great blessings on each of their lives and those of their families. And we'll be sure to give you all the praise. In your son's name, amen. Graduates, I want to leave you with 2 words. Rise up. Rise up. I'm pleased to introduce Oscar-nominated and Grammy-nominated talent, Ms. Andra Day.
Peace and blessings, Delaware State University. I'm so excited for each and every one of you as you mark this momentous occasion. We know that 2020 and 2021 were anything but normal for all of us, but you all pushed through, you persevered, and you met with success, and that is a beautiful blessing. As you continue on this journey in your respective fields, my hope is that you hold true to the core values of integrity, of community, of scholarship, of diversity, and outreach, so that you positively impact every single person you come into contact with. And I know that you all will. Congratulations. My love to you all.
You're broken down, tired, a little life on a merry-go-round, and you can't find a fighter, but I see it in you, so we gonna walk it out.
2020, that concludes our ceremonies. God bless you, and thank you for coming back home.